All right, live on there, and then all right, let's try TikTok. That's always the wild card. Anybody need me to check any holdings? You want me to look at the chart of one of your holdings or something for the health while I'm getting all this ready? All right, going live on TikTok. Looks like it's scaling down the brightness. I'll just leave it. Whatever. No special tickers? All right. Okay, let's take a look at the market in a moment here when we've got a couple more people on the stream. Ugh. Very nice W that it's putting in. My question is, are we going to get all the way back up to the tippy top or just the top of the W? And then I think it's probably the middle of the W, rather. I think it's the middle of the W, and then we're going to pull back for a little while and then move all the way to the top. We'll probably end up, looks like, Thanksgiving, we might be up high. And after Thanksgiving, somehow things slide down, and then we got Santa Claus rally in December. Everything so far playing out exactly as I have foreseen. Tesla for a swing from here, or I'm checking on the health of your entry from what price? I mean, Tesla's been lagging, but it's been putting in entry signals for about a week and a half. About a week. Like, probably since Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe Tuesday of last week. I don't know. What is this? This is October 4, and today's what? October 11. So not a week ago. Or is that a week ago? Yeah, that's a week ago. Yeah, so since Wednesday of last week, I mean, Tesla's been putting in entry signals, but who the fuck cares? You know, that's the only thing. Because it's lagging. Its ADR lately is 3.6%. It's just it's slow, it's compressed, it's compacted, it's lagging. You see? So anyway, there you go. The entry signals are going off, but it's lagging. It's not looking as strong as, say, Meta, I believe. Let's see. Oh yeah, see, Meta's already taken off and broken out of that little pivot point. Do you see the difference there? That's the difference between leader and lagger. Lagging, leading. I mean, you can really see the difference. Let's go over to this chart. Lagging, leading. You see how much better Meta looks? And it's actually lower ADR, but you can get FBL, which makes it about 4% ADR, which is useful. But the thing is, Tesla, it might go, higher, but see, because it's lagging, by the time it finally makes its move, might be the last day of everything else moving, leading. And so then the point is, you get in for a swing into something that when it moves, because it's moving late, will only move a little bit because it's lagging behind. because I mean, the premise there is that a stock that's free to move but lagging, but the market has caused stocks to be free to move, like the market's in a good position to allow stocks to move. A stock that's free to move has been given permission by the market to move, that is lagging. Well, once it starts going, the market may be done with its permission to move slip. And so it moves a little bit and then it comes back. And that's just impossible in swing trading, because you need 3 days of follow through to make money swing trading. Why? Because the first day is entry. The second day is hopefully price appreciation. If the third day goes back down to entry, you have to cut it break even. You can't make any money unless things move for more than 3 days in swing trading. So you can't be buying laggards, because laggards tend to make their move at the end. And it's just not profitable. It's just not tradable. It's just not tradable. What do you think about that, Camille? Do you get that? You know what I'm saying? We go over to Meta. We've been in that for a couple of days now. It is leading. It is making good moves. It was at 312. Now it's at 323. Yeah. Now we go over to Tesla on Signal Day. Entry would have been at 261. Except for that it's been below that for the last 4 days, and then yesterday went above that, but then closed at 263. This morning it's at 265, so it's up 4 points out of 261. 4 divided by 264, 5, which is where it is. It's up 1.5% in the same period. Let's measure this now. We go over to Meta. In the same period, Meta went from 315 and it's sitting at 322.80. So 1.5% for Tesla. 322.80 divided by 315. Meta went up 2.5%, right? So it went to 2.47. 2.5 divided by 1.5 means that Meta is 67%. It made a 67% more move than Tesla did. That's wild. That's a huge difference between a leader and a laggard. And there's no way for you to know what's leading and lagging unless you're looking at the charts of lots of different stocks that you're interested in, and you sort of measure those bottoms and compare the differences between different pivot points, and you compare the mental or actually drawn line chart of the highs, higher lows, and lower lows and highs, that whole thing. And you compare them and you look at them and you go, okay, this one is stronger. Its retracements are shallower. Its, pivot points are getting closer to the prior pivot point or above it. It's breaking out. The other one's not yet. That kind of stuff. How much time do we have here? 4 minutes. So quick talk about the market. Hang on, I got some people asking some questions. TPST, yep, we're watching it, yep. Shell, okay. I don't know why you're asking about Shell, so let's check it. Hello, Bobby. Blue Eyes is back. Shell, yeah, oh, okay. Is this because of the Exxon purchase? Something. Shell Singapore petrochemical unit puts out fire. Blah, 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 blah. 2 minutes ago. Venture Global seeks to commence some service at the Shell's. Yeah, well, Shell is a 1.3% ADR. Okay. So, yeah, you found something that's going up, but it's just going up so slow that you might as well have treasury bonds. So that's the only problem with that. Hey, Bobby, thank you for sharing the live. Bobby is definitely a dedicated fan. We love you, Bobby. Blue Eyes. Let's see here. Let's get back to the market. Okay, we got like 2 minutes to talk about the market. So this morning, PPI numbers came out, which are a data point in inflation. And let's pull that up. And they were hotter than expected by a little bit. They were hotter than expected by 0.1%, and that caused the market initially to freak out. A little bit of panic sell going on. And it does mean that businesses moving forward are going to be under a little bit more pressure. And so therefore there should be some rotation out of the riskiest of those, the highest growth type names today, into value and safety and defensives and staples, etc. And gold, and it's all defensives. So rotation out of growth, some growth today, and into safety is what we probably will see. However, we are waiting. It's going to be a very low volume day because we are waiting until 2 p.m., in which point Fed minutes will be released, and we'll hear a lot about what the Fed is thinking. And the market's going to be waiting for that. And then I don't know if there's going to be an interview afterward with questions with Jay Powell, but probably. And if there is, then it's going to take that time to suss things out as well. So there could be this whole 1 to 1.5 hour period starting at 2 p.m. Eastern today, where the market just goes like rats running in different directions. Can't quite figure things out, and yet it's going to be releasing volatility and movement. All right, we got 30 seconds till the market opens. And then leading up to this 2 p.m. report, though, will be probably lower volume, slight moves. I think the most riskiest highest growth type names will be on the chopping block a little for some of that money to be managed and moved over to safety. And so there's going to be a bit of rotation this morning going on in the markets in that low volume until the 2 p.m. Fed report, at which time the market goes crazy. All right, here we go. The market is open. TPST, we're following that. Very hot. If it breaks the 1 minute mark or the high of 234, that's about what it's going to do right now, just about, then that's an entry. I'm also in Tupperware. It's memeing. The Redditors are trying to short squeeze Tupperware. So I've taken a small position in that, which I might add to if it shows some strength. There it goes, showing some strength. I'm adding to Tupperware. Don't halt on me. Let me get in. Okay, I've doubled my position in Tupperware. And that was a very strong open. I'm actually going to add more if it goes higher. In fact, I think it might be halting. There's a limit up, I think, at $1.90. Well, I'll put all my risk in right here. I have it to stop out at like $1.20, so I have a very wide risk going on. There we go. All right, so I got full position on top. And that's just memeing. Now, Plug is another one we were watching. Let's see what some of the TikTokers were saying. What's the market going to do today? That's what I just went over. Haven't seen you for a while, Bobby. Well, it's just been one thing after the other. But I've been on. Really? Already? Everybody? Is my microphone being bad? Can I get a second opinion on that? Yes. Okay. All right. Well, that'll be better now. All right. There goes Tupperware. It's got about a 10-cent spread going back and forth. American Eagle Outfitters doing really well off the open. One of our holdings. We're now up 1% on that. Palantir doing good at the open. Plug is bleeding out. So is TPST. In fact, I think it might have been halted down. So you'd be looking for, however, TPST to break 224, but it's acting like a B. So, you can't trust it at this point since it already did what it did. But, hey, it could be at such extreme volatility that it's going to halt down 2 times, and then it's going to halt up 7 times. And then here we are, all of a sudden, TPST is at $10. Who knows? So keep an eye on it.
Tilray got upgraded, may run to $3 soon. All right. Yeah, I've pretty much never, ever, ever been able to trust absolutely anything um, said about the weed stocks. Like, even to trade them on technical analysis alone is quite difficult. You'll be very fast to take profits. So, yeah, be careful with that. All right, Palantir Runner, doing good, doing more today, moving up more today. We're at 9%. American Eagle, okay, it's just hanging out at where it moved to. Tupperware, doing good on Tupperware. That's going to be a short squeeze, and that's about all it's got going for it. And it's not really even short squeezing because anyone short on it has had plenty of months to position themselves against the risks that it could move back to like $6. That's for that reason. I think this may move to $2.50 max, maybe $3.50. The second short squeeze attempts never do as well as the initial ones. So, all right, we're watching TPST, which is in a halt. American Eagle's up. Palantir, another one of our positions, is up. Top HG, and yeah, Tupperware is just a meme stock. Very little to say there, except, don't be the last one out. Is Tesla going to hit 300 today? I don't know. We were just looking at it. Let me see. We were just talking about how it's lagging the market. So, it may finally make its move eventually here. But it's lagging. Let's go over to Meta and see how it's doing. You see Meta's already up more today. It's up 1%. How much is Tesla up? Well, from the open, 268.17 divided by 266.2. Tesla is up 0.7% from the open. Meta is up, in all fairness. Let's make it a fair comparison. 323.01. Meta is up. Okay, that's not the right information. High 325.29. 0.7%. They're both up exactly the same. Well, actually, Meta just went up a little bit more, but probably so did Tesla. But anyway, Tesla's lagging on the market, and it's just getting started. We're already in Meta. Getting in Tesla now, might work out for a shorter period than we got in Meta a couple days ago for more days of appreciation. Thoughts on Apple? I mean, Apple's a really slow stock. I mean, unless it was just going on a massive, fiery bull run, Apple really can't provide. Yeah, so it's not doing that. Apple's weaker than Tesla. Tesla's weaker than Meta. If you have to put those, categorize them in terms of relative strength. Apple's relative strength is 79. Meta, relative strength, 96. Tesla, relative strength, 80. Actually, Tesla's got a worse RS rating. Well, no, 79. Was it 79? Yeah. Okay. So I categorized those correctly, but I mean, like Tesla and Apple, you guys are hot about, are just way behind Meta. Like neither of them are good. Like not you guys are picking stocks that aren't even close. Like that aren't top picks. I'm not in Tesla. I'm not in Apple. I'm in Meta. And by the way, for that, you want to trade FBL, Facebook long, if it's providing the liquidity levels that meet your needs. Watch the bid-ask spread on FBL. And the reason why FBL, that's Facebook long, FBL, is it provides 50% more leverage for your shares. It's an ETF. It's Meta, but it's leveraged. All right, TPST trying to come back up. Plug totally fading. I bought a little bit of that in pre-market. I'm going to go ahead and sell it all now. I forgot I bought it. If you were in that, you should have sold that like around 780. This pre-market pivot low breakdown, or even the 1 minute breakdown. I just totally forgot I was in that just now. So I have let that go, plug, and it should have been let go a lot earlier, but you know, only lost like $40 on this. Fine. All right, Palantir continuing to appreciate. So is American Eagle Outfitters, AEO, AEIO, BINGO, AEO, plug, TPST, Tupperware, trying to get up beyond $2. You know, I think maybe it goes to 250, 350 max. Tupperware. Let's take a look at its intraday chart. I mean, sorry, it's daily chart. Yeah, so there's a decent resistance level at 220, 30, 225. You know, basically 250. It's very congested at 250. You know, I definitely take a decent portion off at 250. And then if it can get back up beyond that and break out of that, maybe it goes to 350. Take another big portion out if it ever gets there. And then, no, I'm not at a library. This is my own. This is my own place. But yeah, I moved to an island in the Caribbean, and so little by little, I'm setting back up. But then, you know, I'm sure what the Redditors want is for it to break $6. That's the goal. Break six. Once it breaks $6, it goes bananas. You know, easily goes to 10, if not 13 or 20. Who knows where they're trying to take it? I'm looking at it now. I'm trying to figure out what are they thinking. Yeah, it just depends on where the Redditors believe the short position, institutional short position, was put on. Was it put on at $15 or $30? You know, that's the goal they're seeking. Okay, so it's about to break out, about to break to new highs on Tupperware. We're trading plastic Tupperware. This morning. All right, remember that at 2 p.m. Will be the Fed notes released and potential conference or whatever, live conference, interview with Jay Powell, and that will asking questions, clarifying everything, and that could take another hour. So from 2 to 4, 2 to 3 really, 2 to 4 will be a very volatile, crazy time on the market. Until then, volume's going to dry up and dry up and dry up. It's going to be a low volume day. Let me just check the projections on that right now and see if that's already manifesting. But since it's the first hour of the open, it's hard to project out. Right now, it's actually projecting to be a stronger than average day today. But I believe that's going to come down back to reality as another half an hour or hour transpires. All right, everybody. See you back in the group. And thank you for tuning in this morning. Hopefully that got you into some interesting ideas. All right. See you in the group.